You ever feel it? That strange stillness right before the storm? Like the air knows something you don't. Like the walls are holding their breath. People walk around like everything's normal, smiling, texting, scrolling. Meanwhile, something's shifting under their feet and they've got no clue. But you feel it, don't you? That tension in your chest, that static crawling under your skin like something's waking up inside you. Not a feeling, not a thought, a force. And no, it's not gentle, it's not polite. It doesn't knock, it kicks the damn door in. They told you power was polite. That it came dressed in robes and titles, soft voices, and carefully chosen words. Funny, because real power doesn't knock. It shoves, it storms in, blood on its hands and smoke on its breath. It doesn't ask if you're ready, it decides you are, whether you believe it or not. And suddenly the ground doesn't feel like ground anymore. It feels like something's shifting underneath you, like something's alive. And it is, it's you. Or the version of you that's been screaming in the basement of your mind, gagged and ignored because it didn't fit the costume you were told to wear. Most people don't recognize it when it arrives. They mistake it for anxiety, panic, rage. They medicate it, numb it, try to pray it away. But it's not the devil. It's the damn spark. It's the match that was never supposed to stay dry. But it waited. Oh, it waited. Waited for the moment the mask slipped, the illusion cracked, the lies stopped working. And then it moved. Like a shadow that had your shape all along. Creepy, right? That something so foreign could feel so familiar. See, polite people don't change the world. They decorate it. They keep it tidy, comfortable, dull. But the ones who let the fire in, who get used by something wild and nameless, they don't walk the earth, they scar it. You're not here to be liked. You're not here to be understood. You're here to be used. Bent, rewired, lit up like a building seconds before detonation. And when it comes, you'll feel it in your fingertips. The tremble that doesn't come from fear. The buzz that hums louder than logic. You'll look in the mirror and see something watching back. Something that knows. And just when you think it's too much, that you'll break if it goes any further, that's when it starts. That's when the pieces you thought were flaws become weapons. The pain you buried becomes fuel. The voice you silenced becomes thunder. This thing, this force, it doesn't play by the rules you were taught. It eats rules for breakfast. It turns your apologies into war cries. It makes you dangerous to everything fake. And baby, the world fears the dangerous ones, the ones who were too broken to be controlled. But let's not get romantic. This isn't a fairy tale. This is a possession. And possession costs comfort, safety, familiarity. You don't get to keep the old life, the old you. That version dies in the fire. But what rises? That's the part they never warned you about. That's the version that doesn't need permission to speak. That doesn't flinch when threatened. That doesn't ask if now is the right time. It doesn't want your perfection. It wants your raw. It wants the parts of you that ache, that scream, that refuse to be boxed and labeled and sedated, because that's where the gold is. That's where the danger lives. You've been taught to hide that side, to keep it polite, manageable, digestible. But today the lock breaks. Today the walls you built become rubble. And through the cracks it comes crawling in, not to destroy you, but to use you. You use you to speak, to disrupt, to awaken. Because polite doesn't shake the system. Pretty doesn't rattle cages. But you, with this thing inside you, you won't be walking in rooms anymore. You'll be detonating them. You think this is new. Cute. What's waking up in you isn't some fresh little spark born out of today's drama. No, this thing's ancient. It's been buried, duct taped, shut behind doors inside you that you forgot even existed. It's been there pacing, growling, scratching at the walls every time you pretended you were fine. Every time you swallowed what you wanted to scream. Every time you let the world tell you who you were supposed to be. It's not new. It's just done waiting. And now it's rising. And it's messy. Oh, it's gloriously messy. Doesn't come up with clean edges and calm explanations. It rises like a riot, like a laugh in a funeral. It doesn't care about your plans, doesn't care about your schedule or who you might offend. It's a force that remembers every time you sold yourself short, every time you stayed small to keep others comfortable, every time you let fear dress up as logic and call the shots. It's not coming to play nice. It's coming to reclaim this thing inside you. It's familiar because it's you. The version that never got the mic. The version that knew how to fight before you ever had to. It's the part of you that wasn't afraid of being misunderstood. That didn't ask for validation. That didn't smile to survive. It's primal, it's dangerous. Not because it wants to hurt anybody, but because it won't let you lie to yourself anymore. And truth, real truth, it's a wrecking ball. It'll tear through your comfort zone like it's made of wet tissue. You weren't meant to live quiet. You weren't built for mild. That restlessness in your gut, that ache that shows up when everything looks fine on the outside, that's the old version of you rotting. That's the price of pretending. You thought it would go away if you just pushed it down hard enough. But pressure builds, and pressure pops. Now here it is, rising, not asking, not knocking, just taking over. People will think you've changed, that you snapped, got too loud, too intense, too much. And they're right, you have changed, but not into someone else, into you. Finally, the unfiltered, untamed version that's been trapped behind "I'm fine." You're not fine. You're full of words you never said, roads you never took, rage you never gave a voice, power you never claimed, and now it's clawing its way out. And don't expect applause. Don't expect them to understand. They liked you better when you played the part, when you smiled without teeth, when you dimmed your light just enough not to blind them. But you're not here for their comfort. You're here for your becoming. And becoming isn't clean. It's violent. It breaks bones, shatters illusions, pulls the truth out of you like a sword you forgot you were holding. So don't look in the mirror for the version of you they loved. That one's gone. This one's not here to be liked. This one's here to be used. This one's here to finish what the pain started. This one doesn't flinch when the fire comes. It feeds on it. Because the fire's not trying to destroy you. It's trying to introduce you to the part of you that was never afraid. The part that always knew it would take something dangerous to wake you up, something wild, something raw, something that didn't need permission to exist anymore. You ever sit in silence and feel like your chest is screaming, like your ribs are too tight, like your bones know something's wrong before your mind catches up? People call it anxiety, call it stress, call it overthinking. But what if it's not any of that? What if it's not a breakdown but a knocking? A wake-up call with no snooze button. See, when something bigger than you is trying to move in, it doesn't come with gentle music and candles. It comes with chaos. Pressure. The kind that makes your heartbeat sound like war drums. You call it discomfort. But it's the beginning of activation. A presence pressing against your skin from the inside out, trying to get your attention. It doesn't ask, "Are you okay?" It demands, are you ready? You weren't built for numb. You weren't designed for dull. But you've been pretending, haven't you? Playing roles, smiling on cue, following rules that never fit you. And now the lie's getting too loud to ignore. This thing that's creeping up your spine, lighting your nerves like fireflies in a thunderstorm. It's not fear. That's what they want you to believe. But fear doesn't feel like truth. This does. This feels like something ancient waking up in your blood. Like your DNA remembering something your brain forgot. It's a warning. Or maybe a promise. That the version of you you've been protecting is about to get evicted. And what happens next isn't calm. It's not safe. It's not supposed to be. You've been decorating a prison cell and calling it home. Hanging little quotes on the wall about peace and gratitude while your soul is locked in a chokehold. This thing inside you, it's had enough. It's tearing down the wallpaper, ripping the bars off, kicking the damn door off its hinges, because enough is enough. You prayed for purpose. You begged for change. Well, this is the answer. It just doesn't look the way you expected. It doesn't arrive clean-shaven with a step-by-step plan. It arrives like a riot, like a scream, like your insides flipping the table and saying, "We're done waiting." You asked for something real, and now it's crawling through your spine and rearranging your silence into a battle cry. You want to calm down. You want it to go away. But deep down, you don't. You've tasted the edge, and part of you likes it. Part of you is sick of being tame, tired of explaining yourself, tired of whispering when your soul was built to roar. This force that's showing up now, it's not here to be managed. It's not here for small talk. It's here to move, to speak, to use you as the vessel it was promised. And no, you won't be the same after this. That's the whole point. You're not supposed to be. You're shedding layers that were never yours. Lies, labels, limits. Let them burn. Let them scream. Let them call you crazy. You're not crazy. You're called. And that call doesn't come gently. It wrecks you. And in the wreckage you find it. The part of you that never needed fixing. Just unleashing. The version that knew silence was never your home. The version that turns pressure into prophecy. The version that doesn't run from the fire anymore. It becomes it. Funny, isn't it? How people love the word purpose until it shows up uninvited, foaming at the mouth, dragging a storm behind it. Everyone wants to be chosen until something actually chooses them. Until it steps into the room, stares them in the face and says, "You're mine now. You want to be used? Really used?" Purpose doesn't tap you gently on the shoulder and ask if you're comfortable. No, it kicks the door off its hinges, throws your plans out the window, and starts building something out of your wreckage. It doesn't look holy. It doesn't sound poetic. It sounds like your voice cracking mid-scream. Like your heart pounding too hard for your ribs to contain it. Like something wild is crawling through your bloodstream, whispering things you're not sure you're supposed to hear. People think calling has a schedule, like it respects timing, like it waits for when you feel confident, when you've had your coffee, when you've got it all figured out. But this thing, this force, it's not asking you to be ready. It's asking you to move. And you can't explain it. You try. Oh, how you try. But there aren't words for it. Not clean ones. Not ones that fit in polite conversation. What are you supposed to say? Something's taking over. I can't sit still because something inside me is clawing to be let out. That doesn't go over well at dinner parties, so you keep it quiet. You try to act normal while this thing inside you starts rearranging the furniture. breaking down your excuses, turning your numbness into dynamite. Every word you don't say is a lit fuse. You see, purpose isn't gentle. It doesn't walk on eggshells. It doesn't care about your comfort zone. It wants your chaos. It wants the part of you you've been hiding. The rage, the confusion, the truth that you buried because it didn't fit the script. Purpose eats scripts. It tears pages out of your story and rewrites them in blood and teeth and laughter that doesn't sound like yours, but is. It's yours. The version of you that doesn't ask anymore. The version that isn't trying to fit. It's not even trying to be understood. You thought being used by something bigger meant glory, maybe a stage, a spotlight. But sometimes it just means fire. It means being burned into something unrecognizable, something raw, something that scares people because it's not trying to please them. This thing that's chosen you, it didn't come to comfort you. It came to confront you, to drag you into the mirror and make you look at the version of yourself you left behind years ago, crying in a corner, begging to be seen. She's not crying anymore. She's waking up. You think it's madness. Maybe it is. But maybe madness is just what purpose looks like before it gets its hands clean, before it smooths out the edges, before it stops shaking. But this shaking, it's holy. Not the kind they write hymns about, the kind that flips tables, the kind that breaks you open until something impossible crawls out of your ribcage and looks around like it's been asleep for centuries and finally remembers what it came for. You don't need a plan. You need permission, but not from them. From the part of you that always knew, the part that never stopped watching, never stopped waiting for you to snap, for you to break protocol, for you to finally stop explaining and start embodying. Because this isn't about strategy. This is about surrender, not the soft kind, the violent kind, the kind that tears the roof off and invites the lightning straight into your chest. You ever see someone right before they lose it? I mean, really lose it. When their smile gets a little too wide, their hands shake like they're holding something electric in their eyes. Their eyes look like they've seen the other side and didn't come back alone. That's not panic. That's not breakdown. That's the moment something snaps and something else steps in. Something that's been pacing behind their ribs for years, just waiting for the chance to take over. Most people run from that feeling. That pressure, that tightness in the chest that makes breathing feel like a chore. They run from it because they think it means they're falling apart. But what if falling apart is the only way you were ever going to come together? What if that storm inside you isn't the threat? It's the summons. You weren't meant to hold it all in. You were meant to ignite. And something dangerous knows that. It's why you're shaking. It's why the walls feel closer than they should be. It's not anxiety. It's the arrival. You keep calling it nerves, calling it stress, blaming the weather, your job, your childhood, your past. But deep down, you know exactly what's happening. You can feel it rising, can't you? That ancient ache in your bones, that pulse under your skin that doesn't match your heartbeat. It's not fear, it's fury. Not the destructive kind. The awakening kind. The kind that doesn't ask for directions because it's becoming the compass. The kind that walks into a burning room and lights a match just to watch it understand who's in charge now. And here's the part they never tell you. When power shows up, it doesn't knock. It doesn't ask if now is a good time. It crashes through the glass, grinning, soaked in gasoline, and dares you to light it. And you will. Oh, you will. Because part of you is done. Done waiting. Done pretending. But now you feel it. in the way your skin doesn't quite sit right anymore, in the way your voice sounds too small when you talk about things that don't matter, in the way silence feels like it's holding its breath around you. Something is cracking, and it's not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. And that pressure, it's not punishment, it's preparation. The glass around you is about to shatter, and when it does, you'll see you were never trapped, you were just incubating, done shrinking to fit into a life that was never built for your bones. This thing that's coming for you, it's not external, it's yours. It's always been yours. You just buried it under being good, being normal, being nice. People will try to stop it. They'll say you're changing too fast, that you're getting reckless, that you're being selfish. They'll call it instability because they don't understand transformation. They only like change when it's cute, when it's manageable, when it doesn't unsettle their version of you. But this version, the one kicking its way through your spine right now, it's not here to be manageable. It's here to wreck shop. It's here to tear down every wall you built to protect a version of yourself that was never real. And here's the twist. Once it's in for good. There's no off switch, no cage strong enough. You'll look in the mirror and see something you don't fully recognize, but something that recognizes you. That grins with all your old pain. That laughs with all your old rage. That doesn't ask what the plan is, because it is the plan. You're not falling apart. You're falling into the chaos, into the heat, into the thing that was always waiting for you to stop running and finally say, come in.